attended organization, we want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for all that you did for us, and we hope that the work that we have put in over the past 1 year at this important.
You all, thank you for honoring our invitation to come. It's been a short notice, but thank you for honoring the invitation. Chairman, commissioners, all awardees, medias, and the staff of the TRRC. As we said, it will be a very brief ceremony because we all know that most of you are inundated with work, so we'll keep it very short. My name is Hadi Jallo. As I said, I'm the Director of Admin and Human Resources. The reason why I'm here and not the commissioners talking today is because as a secretariat, we have actually been working very closely with all our donors. TRRC has had a lot of donors over the years, and we are grateful to all of them, and they have all contributed to the success of the TRRC. And for that, we cannot say thank you enough, but thank you. We have selected 5 major donors, and the underlining word being major donors. Because if you want to say we're going to give awards to every single person that has helped the TRRC in one way or another, then I guess we'll be here the whole day. But we have chosen 5 major donors, and we want the whole world to know what they have done and contributed to the success of the TRRC. Without these 5 donors, it would have been very difficult for us to actually complete our mandate. And I will start with the UN system. The UN system has been with us from the get-go. They basically, as soon as the TRRC Act came, they actually came and said, you know what, let us work with you guys. And they have started from the beginning, and they're actually still working with us. And when I say the UN system, obviously with so many agencies in the UN, I'm just going to say the UN system. However, we have worked very closely with the UNDP, the OHCHR, and the Peace Building Fund, PBF. Just to touch base on a few things that they have done. The UNDP is that they came up with a transitional justice program, wherein we work with excellent ladies, I may add. I think it was headed by Julian, if I'm correct. We worked with Miss and Miss Angelique Mendy. And to be honest, these people were phenomenal. They took the TRRC as if it was their own, the TRRC to heart. I spoke to Ida. She was like, the TRRC is our baby. We love the TRRC. The TRRC is something that it has to succeed, it must succeed. And I can proudly say it has succeeded. And this is because of the work that you guys have been doing. They have come up with so many programs. We had a diaspora engagement where they funded the whole program. Everything was hosted by the UNDP, the Peace Building Fund, and the OHCHR. They came with us on the journey. They've been with us throughout this emotional roller coaster. And for that, they're being represented right now by their RC. We say a huge thank you to you guys, the UN system, but particularly to your staff these three ladies that I've mentioned, they have gone above and beyond what was actually required of them. It was their heart. Julian started with us. He is not here right now, but we say and we send you back to them, Mr. Toure, to say a huge thank you to him for everything that they have done for us. We had sleepless nights, and they shared the sleepless nights with us. So we say a huge thank you to whole UN system, but particularly kudos to these three people. Thank you. For the IHRDA, Mr. Sau, Jellydiff. The reason is, in an organization, is about being there for us when we need you. And IHRDA stepped up to the plate. They came and they delivered. We had issues. Obviously, you will always have capacity issues. You will always have issues. We needed laptops, we needed computers. And IHRDA stepped up and came and said, B, what do you need? They basically came and asked us, what do you need? We told them we need this, we did this. Within a few months, all the staff in TRRC had their computers, their laptops, and they also did capacity building for us. We have staff that are exceptional in TRRC. I have to say a huge thank you to the TRRC staff. But we couldn't have done it without IHRDA. They came, they knew we had the capacity, and they worked on that. They trained us, they trained our investigators, our researchers. And for that, we cannot say thank you. And they're still working with us. They give us vehicles to go up country. And for that, you can only say, again, thank you. So thank you, Mr. Sau. Thank you, Ndeyami, for coming up and stepping up to the plate. We owe you a great deal. And thank you for stepping up for the Gambia. ICTJ, I'm not sure if the representative is here, but he's here. But they were led by Mr. Didier. However, I understand Mr. Jala is representing them today. Welcome, Mr. Jala. Ms. Jala, welcome, Ms. Jala. ICTJ, when I started with TRRC in September 2018, ICTJ were the partners that were also working along with the UN system as well. They came on board and did a lot of capacity building for us. We can never say we have the right staff. Even if we have the right staff, we need people to guide us. We need people to help us. We need people with the experience. ICTJ came up with the experience and trained all of the staff. We had 120 staff in the TRRC, all with various backgrounds. ICTJ came and they delivered. They came, they trained us, they did a need analysis, found out what we needed, where we were lacking, and stepped up to the plate. And they have been doing this for years. So we say a huge thank you and kudos to you, ICTJ. Thank you very much. We have international idea as well that is being honored today as well. I think the representative is on the Zoom call. We actually have a Zoom call at the moment. But Maurice is the head of the international idea. However, they have a representative, Mr. Adebayo as well. But they have a representative, Ms. Aje Adam Cisse. Unfortunately, she couldn't make it today. However, these are people that have worked very closely with other troop commissions in other countries. And they came and said again, like IHRDA did, what do you need? And we told them what we needed. They built our capacity. They worked on us. They know with the TRRC, we have different pillars. We have our reconciliation. We have our reparations. We have so many things that we're doing in TRRC. And they say, you know what? We will help you. We will help you with reconciliation. We will help you with reparations. And that they did. I remember we talked about memorialization, one of the pillars of reparations. And we said, we need to work on memorialization. They said, you know what? In order to learn a lot about memorization, let us take you back. Let us take you to Kigali, Rwanda. They took us to Kigali for 10 days, trained us on memorization, trained us on archiving, making sure that after the TRRC, we just don't want to say we've handed in our report, it's over. They showed us how to do archiving. They helped us with memorization. They've helped us build the capacity of our staff. Experts meeting, they flew in experts from all over the world. Former President of Liberia, Mr. Amos, all of them came, all courtesy of International IDA. So thank you, International IDA. Last but not the least, CRS have been phenomenal. They've been phenomenal. The last thing that they did for us was is it 2 weeks ago, anyway? We had a women's affairs. So in TRRC, we're very gender biased. I accept that. And I think CRS is. So they've been working very closely with our women's affairs unit, our youth and children network unit, and then the reconciliation unit as well. And just to go back, take you back, these units are units that we thought would be ideal to help with the TRRC process and the programmatic areas we're working on. But the UN system also contributed a lot to these 3 units that I'm talking about. So CRS also came, how can I help? What do we need to do? Let's get the ball rolling. So they did a lot of capacity building for us, help train all the staff. I happen to be one of the people that benefited from the trainings that they did. But it didn't stop there. They said, we have trained you, you can go ahead, but they decided to go further. They have given us funding for outreach programs. They have helped us with our outreach programs. Just 2 weeks ago, they decided to help us with our women's fair. We wanted to go and meet women, and not only the women in the urban areas, but the women in the rural areas. They have helped us reach women from the far end areas, hard to reach areas. CRS has taken us to the far reach areas. We have done so many outreach from Farah, Fatoto to Koina, all courtesy of CRS, UN system, IHRDA, ICTJ, and International IDEA. So I'm going to stop now because I can keep on going on forever. But thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, Miss. Awards. SDHR, also peace building fund, who's not really presenting the Gambia but supporting
Gambia in different ways. Not only with TRRC, we have different projects implemented and funded by Peace Building Fund. So I'm happy and honored to be here today and witness of this successful story and partnership we built with TRRC. Being here today is our honor, but also the better plan by us. And for the UN, the TRRC in the Gambia has been an example for different countries. Cited in all the meetings when we talk about reconciliation, when we talk about preparation, when we talk about never again. So for us, I believe the partnership that we built with the TRRC will also serve as an example for other work we are still doing. And as the UN resident coordinator, I want to commit myself and the whole entire UN in the Gambia that we are supporting the TRRC. We are waiting for the report. And we will be helping to support and continue. We are really eager to see the implementation of the report we are going to submit. So the Peace Building Fund will always be ready to accompany also the recommendation. Because it should be this way, otherwise it will be unfinished business. Because the work you did is a great job, but we will be happy to see the implementation phase, and we are here to support it. I also wanted to start two things that we witnessed from the TRRC, the inclusion approach that we use. To include the most vulnerable, those who are hard to reach. You had transformed the way you did your public hearings in terms of locations, in terms of languages, to ensure that no one is left behind. All Gambians were able to follow, to see what is happening from where they are sitting. It's a real pleasure for us, and it's why we are testing this partnership that we have with TRRC. My other comment is the way the vulnerable are not only rural areas. We saw how women were put in front. We saw how victims were also put in priority. So the human rights approach that you use to carry on your agenda was really important for us. And that's why we say thank you. Congratulations to all the commissioners. Congratulations to the victims who accepted to come and testify. We congratulate the government for creating the space. I would say congratulations to the other partners that support this. I thank you all.
Thank you very much. Another award is for the Institute for Human Rights and Development in Africa. Follow Common Presenter to Mr. Gaso. Yeah. Thank you very much, Mr. Baka.
Thank you. Good morning. I think it has been getting an hour. actually for us at IHRB, interactions with relevant authorities on criminal justice, sorry, transitional justice in the country goes back way before the teamed up with the Ministry of Justice, UNDP, organized stakeholders of justice. And other than that, we also were very much part of, the finalization of the bill that led to the because one of our lawyers, when the minister around the country to explain the law, I think for everybody, they understand what it was, what the country was looking for. Other than that, we decided on this rule provided and it was made to predict the existence of society. Other than that, we also just like participate